Welcome to Intelligence Gateway.
C++ Programming Course, Lecture 10. Module 10, C++ Project Development. Introduction, planning your project, designing your program, implementing your program, testing and debugging, documentation. Introduction. Welcome to our presentation on C++ project development. In today's world, technology is advancing at a rapid pace, and it has become increasingly important for developers to stay up to date with the latest programming languages. C++ is one such language that has stood the test of time and continues to be a popular choice among developers worldwide. C++ is a powerful and versatile language that can be used to develop a wide range of applications, from simple console programs to complex video games and operating systems. In this presentation, we will explore the key concepts involved in C++ project development and provide tips and strategies for effective coding, testing, and documentation. Planning your project. Before diving into coding, it's important to take the time to plan out your C++ project. Planning helps you organize your thoughts, identify potential problems, and create a roadmap for your development process. A well-planned project is more likely to be successful and completed on time than one that is hastily thrown together. To effectively plan your project, start by defining your goals and objectives. What do you want your program to achieve? Who is your target audience? Once you have a clear understanding of what you want to accomplish, break down your project into smaller, more manageable tasks. This will make it easier to track your progress and ensure that you're making steady progress towards your end goal. Don't forget to set realistic deadlines for each task to keep yourself accountable. Planning your project. Another important aspect of planning is identifying potential roadblocks and developing contingency plans. What if you run into a bug? What if you need to change your approach midway through development? By anticipating these issues ahead of time, you can save yourself a lot of headaches down the line. Remember, planning is an ongoing process. As you work on your project, you may discover new challenges or opportunities that require adjustments to your plan. Be flexible and willing to adapt as needed. Designing your program. Designing a C++ program involves breaking down the problem into manageable pieces and designing effective algorithms and data structures. To break down the problem, it is important to identify the key components of the program and determine how they interact with each other. This can be done using flowcharts or pseudocode. Once the problem is broken down, effective algorithms and data structures can be designed to solve each component individually. It is important to consider factors such as efficiency and scalability when designing these algorithms and data structures. Implementing your program. Implementing a C++ program involves several steps, including coding, testing, and debugging. It's important to write clean, efficient, and maintainable code to ensure that your program is easy to understand and modify. When writing code, it's important to follow best practices such as using descriptive variable names, commenting your code, and breaking down complex problems into smaller pieces. This makes your code easier to read and understand for both yourself and others who may work on the project in the future. Testing and debugging. Testing and debugging are critical components of any C++ project development process. While coding is an essential part of the process, it is not enough to ensure that the program works as intended. Testing and debugging help identify errors and bugs that may have been overlooked during coding. To effectively test and debug a C++ program, it is essential to use the right tools and techniques. One common technique is to use breakpoints, which allow you to pause the program's execution at specific points to inspect its state. Another useful tool is a debugger, which helps find and fix errors in the code. Additionally, writing test cases can help you identify issues early on and ensure that the program meets the desired specifications. Documentation. Documentation is an essential part of any C++ project development process. It helps developers understand the codebase and maintain it over time. Good documentation can also make it easier for new developers to join the project and start contributing quickly. Effective documentation should be clear, concise, and easy to understand. IT should provide enough information for developers to understand the code, but not so much that it becomes overwhelming. One strategy for writing effective documentation is to use a consistent style and format throughout the project. This can include using clear and descriptive variable names, commenting code thoroughly, and providing examples and explanations as needed. Additionally, developers should use documentation tools such as Doxygen or Javatic to automate the process of generating documentation from comments in the code. In summary, good documentation is crucial for successful C++ project development. By following best practices for writing and using documentation, developers can create code that is easier to maintain, understand, and contribute to.
Thanks for watching. For more information, like, comment, and subscribe our channel.